Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Esther, and I hope you're having a good day and preparing for the week to come. Very important week as well. I hope my information can help you to make best of it and as well to continue with your spiritual process. Just want to remind us, we enter last week to days of repentance before Rosh Hashanah. Every day it's like a golden day, because at the time when we arrive on the two judgment day, which is represent 2 days of the new year, the cosmic new year. First of all, it's not just it's not created for Jewish people, it's for the whole entire world. And if you consider yourself part of the 12 tribes, it's definitely a big time part of your DNA. And it's extremely important time for us to prepare in order for us to have better year, to become better sharing people, to create better society, and God willing to speed the process to bring the final redemption, because each of us extremely important part of the final redemption. Right away, I want to give you a message. One of the main tips, if anybody will ask me, Esther, so much information, so much window, thank God, so much wisdom, so much for us to learn to understand. But in nutshell, if you will ask me, number one tool which we should apply, we should stop talking. Yes, you hear me right. You should stop talking. They only speak when it's really necessary, when it's really you want to provide like a necessary information. You talk about something really you right now directly need to get information, to share information. We should stop talk about other people. We should stop analyze other people. Even when we compliment other people, we should be careful. We should only say really necessary small things in order not to remove the energy of the blessing when we even compliment people. We need to understand what's really happening right now in the world. And in order for us to improve our lives and to improve the people who close to us and our community societies, we need to understand the danger comes from what comes from our mouth. And as more we study wisdom, as more we understand what Kabbalah is through the centuries, trying to warning us and to bring the more awareness, what energies we create each time we open our mouth, each time we say things which is, especially when we speak in Lashon Hara, the evil speech. In evil speech, it's almost if you really study almost everything. What I mean by that, let's say somebody, you talk to somebody and somebody mention other person name. And there's such a thing, it's called dust of Lashon Hara, dust of evil speech. So you not directly say something bad about this person, but you can make expression with your face by, it's okay, I know this person. Guess what? You already create negative energy. And when you allowed yourself to speak about anyone, analyze anyone, or you think you know who this person, or you think you know the struggle this person going through, you just create new cosmic opening for new illness, for losing money, for God forbid losing somebody in your family. Yes, this is how important it is. Therefore, in order for us to see real changes, real blessings, we need to take full responsibility what comes from our mouth. I'm definitely planning to create a video in the preparation of Rosh Hashanah and explain more about the energy and power of shofar, the horn, the blowing, which is we already start from 2 days ago, when every morning men, when they pray, and as well women should listen to voice of shofar every morning. I'm going to attach end of my video, which is helping to clean our hearing. Everything what we listen and hear during the year, all the things which is create illnesses inside of us, create separation, create anger, all the negative traits, everything what leftovers from other people's opinion, it's still sitting inside of our mind. Shafar able It's coming from the cosmic energy, the vibration of shofar, and the person who blowing the shofar, extremely important. The consciousness of this person, the intention of this person. It's literally, it's intention of a shofar to clean from inside all vibration of our body, our heart, everything to clean from inside. So end of the video is going to be shofar. I recommend for you guys to close your eyes, to meditate on two letters which is represent months of Virgo, Yud and Reish. I'm going to leave as well by end of this video. Just have this screenshot of the two letters which is represent this tremendous energy, months of Elul. Just close your eyes. Just imagine those two letters. And by the way, if you look at the letter Reish, it's the letter which is almost represent the shape of shofar, of the horn blowing. So close your eyes and let it, the voice of shofar, the vibration of shofar, the clean everything inside of your body. Every self of your body should listen to it, because it's not enough for us just to arrive to Rosh Hashanah and start the prayers and ask for whatever forgiveness from. First of all, you need to forgive yourself, right? The Hashem creator don't need our prayers. We need to understand it's for us. We came to elevate ourselves to become like creator, and it's a tough job, but it's so liberating. The reason I really want to start this video from this message, because no matter what I'm going to tell you right now, what's happening in the sky, it's all nice and tidy. And I can, like every astrologer can give you the different message from a different angle. I'm just going to tell you straightforward what's happening in the sky. You can see yourself what's happening in the world. You can see what's happening in your life. And if things not working, you need to ask yourself why. What I don't do, why I'm not transforming myself, why I'm not truthful to myself, and start really practically to elevate yourself by eliminating everything what comes from your mouth. And more important, before comes from your mouth, what thoughts come to you first, because our thoughts create reality. The things when they come from your mouth, it's already too late. It's gone. The energy created. And this ball of energy need to go somewhere. It's need to be taken something from us, from our family. We need to really start to understand and take really high level of responsibility. And another thing I just want to mention, guys, this year in front of us, it's going to be very important year. Therefore, this month is the seed level preparation for the Rosh Hashanah. When we arrive into Rosh Hashanah, it's going to be too late if we're not going to be prepared. Because by standing those 2 days on Rosh Hashanah, listen to shofar, and doing your prayers, it's not recommended by righteous, by tzaddikim, to think anything bad about yourself. And don't come from place of lack. You need to feel like you fulfill, you are perfect, and you're perfect in front of creation. Therefore, you're going to receive much more. But when we come from place of lack, of neediness, of place of complaint, despair, it's not going to work on those 2 days. This is why we have these 30 days of the Elul, to really work deeply on ourselves. And this week, I recommend for all of us, start with restricting what comes from our mouth and what information we allowed inside, because it's like a tango, it's two compartments depend on each other. What information we allowed to stay inside of ourselves, and how this information reflect what comes from our mouth after. Okay. And I recommend for you guys to continue study Zohar, to continue study Elevate Yourself, and really start to pay attention why certain things, what's trigger inside of you, why you using certain words, why you react certain way. Like really your internal work. It's right now the time, it's actually danger. Righteous people say, even to analyze anyone right now, or to look at anyone, what they're doing wrong, how much they need to grow, especially people who close to you in your family. It's all about you. And as always, do this with a loving heart, with a loving eye. Look at yourself in the mirror and first say how much you love yourself, how much you appreciate the creation. And Creator was so merciful to give you this amazing body. Then your soul can grow and using this body to elevate your vibration. Because remember, in order for us to understand this life, we need to appreciate the death. We need to understand what's happened after this illusion of reality. When our soul leaves this body, how we go into the internal, what's happened with us, what kind of energy we taking with us. Because remember, we don't take anything with us. Look what's happened. People lose everything in instant moment. And this is what's happened when we leave this world. We don't take nothing with us. No house, no car, no achievement. The only thing we take with us is the understanding of the creation, the understanding of the creator inside of us, how much we practice the God inside of us, how much we knew to give, to share, to receive the light. This is the only thing. And according on the vibration you're going to create here, this is the vibration you will allow to go in upper level. Simple as that. Okay, I'm going to make a few announcements about the cosmic events, and we will go through the sky day by day. We're going to look what's happening in the sky, and in order for us to be kind of in tune with the sky as well, right? Now, one thing I want to mention about Venus, guys, because Venus has been invisible for some time, and it's really another energy which is make a little bit difficult, especially in relationship. The good news, really, Venus already start a visibility period from July 28, but the first, sorry, she become invisible. My apology, on July 28, but she's starting slowly become more and more visible. So already from August 13th, she came out from the shadow, and she's going to completely, her shadow will be full visible on August 30th. But still, even though she's going to be visible on August 30th, she's going to become closer. I'm going to show you. You can see in my arrow with a star called Hydra. Hydra, it's not positive star. It's a star of conflicts, of war, and inflammation. Therefore, we're going to a little bit trigger. But again, as I said in beginning of my video, it's what's happening in the cosmic, so below, so above, so above, so below. So we need to understand whatever it's happening, it's only in order for us to improve who we are. Okay, very important. Now, the week, I'm making videos always on Sunday. Our beautiful moon, she's in Virgo. Okay, now what another thing very important for us, we can see Mars moving to Virgo as well. I made a really long and explanatory video for all 12 signs. I recommend for you to look at it. Mars moved to Virgo. It's extremely important time, because when Mars in Virgo, it's one of the positive moments. The only thing, we have couple aspects, which is, nothing easy right now in our period of time before final redemption, but this is exactly what we need. Now, let's move right now to Monday, and let's see on August 21st what's happened. Now, our beautiful moon, she's still touching Virgo, but slowly she's moving to Libra. And what do we have on as well? We have a Jupiter on 21st. We have a Jupiter square Venus, and it's going to be in the 21st degree. And when Jupiter square Venus, it's almost it will ask from us to be even more, to give even more love and attention to people who maybe perhaps we neglected, including ourselves. Okay. Another thing is happening on August 21st, Sun quintus Pluto, when Sun, and it's in Pisces and Leo. And it's more connected to the political arena, I will say, and it's more connected to our leaders. And again, what Zohar is saying, we have leaders according to the consciousness of the people of the country who have a leader. So each of us need to take some kind of level of responsibility and see how much I can grow, how can I help my community to grow more, and to be more loving and sharing, in order for us eventually to attract better leadership, better leaders, and for all of us to wake up. It's not easy period of time, because every time when, even when our body going through some illnesses, and you going through different discoveries, you're trying to figure out, how can I help my body? Maybe I need to change my diet, I need to change my routine, my discipline, what time I'm going to sleep, if I exercise enough. Same thing with our spiritual growth. When we're going through right now, the whole humanity, all of us, no matter how much you can, just disappear and just sit at home and study and practice spirituality from your home scene. No, you need to go outside. You need to be sharing. You need to listen to certain news in order for us to understand where to put our prayers. So I'm not one of the people who will tell you, don't turn on TV, don't listen to any news. No, you need to understand what's happened. But while you're doing that, you need to be spiritually strong and smart, and to understand how to receive information, what to do with this information, and how to, receiving this information, how you can improve what's happened in your immediate circle and what's happened in your community if you're part of the community, right? Another very important thing happened on August 21st. It's a Mars aspect in Rahu. So the whole day, on the 21st, it's going to be Monday. It's going to be intense day for sure. The only thing we have help from Venus, thank God, because Venus, I mean, from Moon, because Moon's going to be in Libra, but Moon she's in conjunction. You can see she in conjunction with Ketu. So I feel on Monday and Tuesday, we're suddenly gonna have memory from our past, even our past lives. It's actually good days to close your eyes, to meditate, and to see what do you think, what kind of traits, what repetition, where you stuck, you brought from your previous lifetimes, because a lot of us more and more connect and in tune with our soul, and you understand more and more what struggle and what blessings, what accomplishment you brought from your past lives, what you attract more, what things make you more happy, and perhaps what things, especially because it's in the sign of relationship, moon moving to the sign of relationship, and the Ketu, it's still, Ketu and Rahu, it's all about, all this period of time, it's all been about relationship with other people, relationship, first of all, with yourself, relation with the creation, and relation with your soul, because you exist right now in many lifetimes. Anyway, I don't want to complicate. I don't know, guys, how much you know about incarnation, how much you understand then what's really time. Time, it's limitation. We live in a world where this is the dimension called Malchut in Kabbalistic terms, and this is the only dimension which is have a time, and it's linear time, right? And the time right now shorten more and more. This is why you feel more intense. You don't have time, sir. You don't have enough time for everything, but this is the reason for it, because the closer we get into the final redemption to Mashiach, is less time we're going to have, because we come into the place where we realize time, space, and motion, it's not exist. There's no space and motion. Because in the upper level reality, it's all one. So the cosmos asking from us, this is why our body going through transformation on the physical level as well. Okay, so let's move forward and let's see what's happened with the Neptune as well. We right now in August 22nd, and we have a moon in 15 degrees in Libra. So moon still staying in Libra for a couple of days. Again, it's a good thing. Let's look at the Neptune, and let's see what Neptune doing. Neptune in 2 degree, and Neptune will be aspecting for Jupiter as well. Now, what else we have here? With something really important I wanted to share with you about Neptune, Mars. Yes, Neptune and Mars, they're going to have a very special interaction on August 22nd and August 23rd as well, right? Uh, this is uh, this is one of the reasons, by the way, guys. I told you to really, really pay attention what comes from your mouth, because if you look at the Mars 2 degree, and we have a Neptune in 2 degree, when Mars connect with Neptune, it's almost he's gonna push us to speak some kind of lashon hara, God forbid, or to analyze things, or to feel, try to almost like the manipulation from our own mind. So, and this is another thing on the, I would say, on the public arena, we're going to hear a lot of different misconception and a lot of information. For example, why the fire starts, what's happened with economics. It's going to be all the different conspiracy theories. Again, I'm not against, and I'm not pro. What I'm saying, just be careful with energy given to certain information and what information comes from you. Because if you're going to create some misinformation only because you're enjoying the moment when you're going to, speak and you're going to share or going to have any dispute or debate with somebody, just keep in mind what I'm saying. You just create a new energy, which is this energy will need to end up inside of you and take away something from you, because it's, every time when we speak, we create almost like angels, archangels. We create the ball of energy, which is this energy never disappear. So we always need to be very cautious what comes from our mouth. And Mars with Neptune definitely going to create this environment for us. And it's a good thing. I will tell you why, because it will provide us, so to say, environment so we can practice our, we say in Hebrew, koch nagdut, our, willpower. And without practicing willpower, you didn't really, you can't really know if you really got the lesson. So see this as a positive thing, okay? Now, next day we have August 23rd, our beautiful moon still in Libra, but she's already in 20 degrees, and she's soon going to enter to Scorpio. And she's going to really, this is going to be interesting period when she's going to be entering in Scorpio, to say the least. So what's happening there? What do we have there? I want to remind us about the Mars and Neptune, and and they're going to definitely continue interact with each other. And we're going to have we're going to have a preparation of Mercury retrograde this week. One very important event, Mercury is going to retrograde on 20, it's going to be on 24th next day, and it's going to be retrograde in Leo. And every time the only thing we need to remember, every time when we have Mercury retrograde, I don't make too much buzz about, and I even stopped to make any videos about Mercury retrograde, because look at this, guys. Let's be practical. 85% of humanity born with Mercury retrograde. This is our normal state of mind. Only 15% of people who born, I would say 7% of people who born with stationary strong Mercury. Everyone else born or invisible Mercury, Mercury retrograde. So we all came to this world to do our homework. Now the Mercury retrograde in Leo, it's about how much you share your love, how much you using your skills as a leadership, how much you helping other people to be leaders and not to jump in front of them to say your opinion, or how much you may be hiding behind the scene instead for you to start to bring your leadership. You understand? So you just Google, look what Leo represent, look all the traits of character, positive and more challenging, because there's no such a thing negative. It's just challenging in order for us to transform energy. And this is the homework for the next few weeks. When Mercury retrograde, we're going to have a homework. Then we need to understand the energy of the Leo and our romantic nature as well. How we communicate with our children. Are we short circuit with our children? Are we impatient with our children? This is the really important period of time, because during the Mercury retrograde, this is when exactly, if you have a children, if you have parent, or if you have mentor, or if you're boss, you have people under you, this is the time when we need to learn or kind of to revisit what kind of communicator we are. That's it, a nutshell. Okay, you don't need to go to all 12 houses and to check your natal chart, what's going on with your Mercury. If you did reading with me, there's a lot of things you need to understand about Mercury, because it represents your mind, represent your nervous system, represent your thoughts level, what really thoughts represent for you, how you using the Mercury in the way how you communicate with your own self inside of your mind. Very important. So this is the job we have. So just celebrate Mercury retrograde in Leo. It's a good thing. The only thing, just use this powerful energy of the sun, because the sun right now superior. And another thing, I always say funny, the most important months to be really focused in your business, into work, and really to have full success, it's the month of August, because when sun, August and partially even September, this is when sun really strong in Leo, and most of the people going on vacation. You understand? This is how funny we are. Okay, let's go further. Let's see what's happening in the sky. And again, the reason I'm sharing with you sky every time, guys, I want you to see yourself. Maybe I'm not saying everything what you expecting. So do the screenshot, pause the video, look at the sky, take your chart on sidereal system. Remember, I do not practice Western astrology. Look at your chart, see if you have anything in your own personal chart on a similar degree what's happened in the sky right now. You know, it's a big tip I'm giving you right now. So you can become your own astrologer. It's important. We enter into the time, it's you need to understand the sky in order to be working with the sky and not to be affected or to be slave of cosmic energy. You understand? Check, open your chart, see what's happened. Very important. Okay. So now we have Moon moved to Antares, a crop, and is getting closer to Antares. She's in Scorpio, our beautiful, beautiful Moon. So you know, every time when Moon in Scorpio, she become, we have our emotions become a little bit from the place of not passive aggressive, open aggressive sometimes. Like you really want to express your feelings, you really want to express yourself. So just remember work with this energy, make sure that your energy, what you bring to the table, to your family, to people you're around, you're not causing negative energy. You actually bring balance. And I'm not saying you, if when the time to confrontation, it's equally important not to speak, because when the time comes and you feel by not speaking you're not going to help to improve situation, this is not good too. But learn how to confront, learn how to be good communicator. It's really important. Okay. And what else we have here? We have an oh yes, we're going to have an yes, we have Mars trine Pluto, and it's going to be on 25th, but we already feel on 24th. Okay, so let me move to 25th when Mars moving. Okay, let's see. Okay, okay, now we're Friday. Friday is going to be another interesting day because the Mars and Pluto, we can see the Pluto. Pluto, we have a fourth degree and we have a Mars fourth degree, okay? Now, what's happening here again? It's because Pluto is outer planet, and Pluto is more connect to the society, more connect to even global financial situation. Because remember, Pluto not just represent money; it represent big wealth. And when Pluto is Capricorn, it's a huge. And Pluto in Capricorn is all about government. It's all about government, how they manipulate everything, how they hiding behind the scene in the underworld, what's really happening behind the scene, what they do with finance, what they do with precious with the metals and everything. A lot going on, and now the Mars gonna aspect Pluto. This is going to be some kind of a conflict on the higher arena between people who make decisions with the money. There's going to be some kind of conflict between bank system and maybe even crypto, and between people who believe in gold and other metals. There's going to be some kind of information will come out, which is all parties will understand how much they need to work together. Okay, so this is something very important. One thing, by the way, I want to mention about gold. Usually, I don't predict anything what connect to financial situation, what's happening in the market. Even though I see things, one of the reasons, you know, as someone who not just believe in Kabbalistic knowledge, practicing Kabbalistic knowledge, every time when we do certain prediction, we almost take it away the creator within us, because every moment we can change the course of outcome according to our behavior and the decision we make. But you know, generally, I'm going to tell you, every time when Sun in Leo, this is one of the best time to consider and connect to the gold, to buy gold, or to really understand, to make decisions with the gold. Okay, if you are thinking, and I think gold still in very good price, this is the good decision, because I do believe already next year gold gonna come out from the illusion reality, because you know it's all been manipulated, and it's a good idea to have at least some amount of gold uh, for for spiritual people, and silver as well, because gold represent judgment, silver represent mercy. And remember, the holy temple, the high priest, all of them used to wear silver the time when holy the Kohanim used to heal people with the hands. They needed to have certain amount of silver together with stones, the plate of stones. You remember plate of stones on the body? This is with the silver, as a spiritual alchemists. They knew how to use the energy. And same thing with the gold. It's important in home to have some gold and to have some silver. This type of energies, it's needed. It can help you as well to feel more balance for the financial with the with the sustenance, energy of sustenance. Okay, so just kind of tip. What else we have on Friday? We have of course, our beautiful Venus. She's in 5 degree, and she's still in Cancer. She's slowly moving to body of Leo. And as I said to you guys, Venus just coming from the shadow. She's still um, partially, she's not really strong, and she's not helping in relationships. So just be good to each other, accept each other. You don't here to change anyone. You only came to this world to work on yourself. While you work on yourself, through that work, you can change what's happening around you. And remember, every time when we elevating our vibration, our consciousness, you're going outside, even grass greener, because your consciousness receive different understanding and appreciation everything what you have around you. It's really, really important. One thing I want to mention about the Saturn in the 9th degree, and we're going through right now Saturn retrograde before he's stationary on November 4th. Saturn, I mentioned to you guys, I've been so busy. God willing, this week I will post this video for 12 signs. I feel it's one of the most important right now event what's happened. If you really ask me globally, if what I really want to put my finger on, it's definitely Saturn, because when Saturn gonna move from Aquarius, he's not going to come back to Aquarius for another 30 years, 28 plus another 2.5 years, more than 30 years. And for Saturn to be in his own house, and to be we entering to the time of age of Aquarius, the lessons we need to learn about our mission in life is the key for us to have successful future. Okay, this one I want to mention to us. Let's go to Shabbat, my favorite day of the whole entire week. On Shabbat, and Saturn, it's interesting, I started to think about Saturn. Shabbat, Saturn in Hebrew, Shabtai. And Shabtai, it represents Shabbat, Saturday, is the ultimate energy. Shabbat is the energy of Mashiach. In order for us to understand what is the final redemption, you need to fully understand the energy of Shabbat. In order for you to understand the energy of Shabbat, you need to start to prepare and study and to give appreciation what's really happening on this day, what kind of angels, what kind of energy, when we listen to Torah, when we study, how our soul receiving the food for our soul. Because if you think about people who's not experience spirituality, or who try spirituality, meditation, everything, it's all beautiful and dandy, but there's a practical tool given to humanity on Shabbat, on Saturday, when Creator was resting on the day, he actually gave us opportunity to rest and to elevate our soul. Because in order for us to benefit for other 6 days of the whole entire week, we need time to reflect who we are, to reflect are weak what we pass, not to use any devices. I'm not telling you you need to not to you don't use electricity. It's really up to you what you're on, what step you're ready for. But perhaps, like I said, to try on Shabbat, do something different. On Friday, buy flowers for Shabbat, buy something really yummy, cook some beautiful food. Just acknowledge that this is specifically for Shabbat. Do special meditation only when you do on Shabbat. Do itbadidut. Itbadidut, it's one of the most powerful tools was given to us by righteous. Your conversation, your personal conversation with the Creator. Talk to Creator on Shabbat. You can talk to Creator anytime, but especially on Shabbat, it's even more powerful. Elevate yourself, and then you're going to have a much better week. This is my promise to you. This is after many years celebrating Shabbat and honoring Shabbat. I can't even tell you, it's a make such a big difference. It's a completely different existence. You really start to live, not to exist, and not to be on the survivor mode. You really start to understand what is really holy day. What is the holiness in this day? Very important. I really wish, guys, every soul on this dimension to at least have this information, to start the process, at least to know that it exists, because many of us don't even know. When you do double concealment, there's such a terminology we have in spirituality. It's called double concealment. When you don't know, then you don't know. Okay, it's really important. What else we have? Well, on 27, Sun aspect in Saturn. So it's really important when Sun communicating with Saturn. It's going to be, I'm going to move on Sunday. I'm going to show you right now, Sun 10 degree, and actually we can move even more. Actually, it's actually more on 26 on Shabbat. So Shabbat and Sunday, we're going to have a Sun, you see 9 degree in total opposition with, wow, this is very powerful Shabbat. I'll tell you what I see, guys. This Saturday, no matter what you plan, please, after 12 noon, come outside, let sun absorb your body. Let sun to give the energy. He's going to communicate the whole Shabbat, which is Saturn represents Shabbat. In opposition, it's going to communicate. So for Saturn, if you're going to practice spirituality, and Saturn loves when you honor Shabbat. Saturn loves when you connect to spirituality on very truthful way, not just speak spirituality, pretend, or to be just nice. No, Saturn wants you to be strong, tough, and straightforward spiritual person. When there's a time to say truth and to confront your saying, but from place of love. When it's time to restrict and to really go internal work on yourself. So in order for you to benefit from this opposition, because when you hear word opposition, it's always not really positive, it's challenging. But because it's on Shabbat, because Saturn Shabtai represents Shabbat, it's going to be an opposition of Sun, and Sun is going to be touching 9 degrees, touching the heart of the Leo. It's a very special day. You can actually make a wish on this day for your spiritual growth. You can ask Creator to help you to open your heart. That's it. Now I understand. You know what, guys? This is the day we should all meditate and ask for whole humanity, for everyone, just to open our hearts. This is all what we need. End of the day, in a nutshell, no matter how much we know, if we don't know how to open our heart, when we don't feel pain of the person, but not just the pain in order, for you to become weak. No, to be strong and still feel the pain of other people. And this is the moment when we can transform a lot of things in our lives. It's a beautiful, wow. It's rarely I can say the opposition can be really work for us in such a profound, beautiful way, especially it's on Shabbat. Let's go on Sunday, on 27. We're going to 27 and August 27, yes, on Sunday. So what we have here on August 27, we have our beautiful moon. By the way, moon on Shabbat, I didn't look at that. Let's see. She's already going to be in Sagittarius, but while she's in Sagittarius, she's touching stink of Scorpio, and she's actually touching the era of Sagittarius. So be careful what comes from your mouth. Even on Shabbat, be sweet, be kind, be aware of the moon combination, because it's deep inside. Even though you will try to show you okay, maybe something deep inside suddenly you're gonna like something will trigger you. Remember what I'm saying. remove this trigger right away, zoom out, become a movie director, don't be involved in the illusion of the emotions, and just do your spiritual work. This is the best remedy I can tell you. Okay, 27, Sunday, I call family day. Sunday I always recommend to wake up early and go when sunrise, and to welcome sun, because Sunday represents, you can see Sunday represents sun, and welcome sun, special this sun, which is the sun of the sun right now. It's the sun right now it's a beautiful position. It's a really good to heal, for healing as well. So find the time, go early in the morning, get the healing from the sun, divine inspiration, the energy, the open your heart. This is the best time. Definitely use it. Mars, it's in the 6th degree, and what else we have here? uh it's going to, because Mars in 6th degree, and we have yeah, I wanted to tell you about the Pluto again. Mars and Pluto, actually, this time. uh Mars and Pluto. Pluto still something going on. I don't like to say what's going to happen with the water, because this particular week, because of the Mars, going to, remember I told you in the middle of the week, Mars communicate with Neptune, and the potentially we can have new adventures with water, some flooding, and some, you see what's happening in the world, and now it's going to be even more activated on Sunday, because moon is going to be in Sagittarius in 23 degree. She actually can help us to do some activities which can make us more happy. So definitely use that. And while you're going to connect to your moon, make sure then Mars, the energy of the Mars, you're gonna feel, you're gonna put your body in more active. Okay, let me simplify for you. The way how I see with moon in fire sign, we have a Mars, which is represent fire. Then we have a Neptune, right, which is in Pisces, completely opposite. So all of them, the way how they communicate with each other, they can activate some not really positive energy for the water in the world. So what you can do on your personal level, Sunday, another good day for you. When you're going to talk to your son, when you're going to come outside, meditate and ask for the peace. Ask for all the water of the world will be peaceful and will use only for the healing and not for the destruction. Very, very important. Plus, I wanted to tell you, Venus in 19 degree, and she's moving toward Leo, and she's in Cancer still, so she's still kind of sensitive, and she's getting closer to Hydra. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's all for this week. If, for example, every time when I make announcement about moon, make sure that you know where your moon, if you have moon for this particular week on Libra, Scorpio, or Sagittarius, pay close attention to your health, because the Mars right now in Virgo, and Mars really require from us to really improve our routine with our health and everything, what we eat, if we exercise enough, and most important, how we controlling our nervous system. Very, very important. Okay, guys, wish you good luck, many blessings. Would love to hear from you as always. And I'm gonna leave this video with my amazing teacher, him, the Kabbalist who blowing shofar. I recommend for you for this moment to look at the 2 letters Resh and Yud, close your eyes, and let this sound of shofar to clean our hearing, to give vibration to our heart, to help us with our spiritual process. Okay, all the best. Bye bye.